Hey guys, I'm all back again. This is day 18 in the life on the Moto Razr Plus, and so far so good. It's been able to handle everything from work to play and holding up great. In this video, I'm gonna cover how Instagram works on this phone. Gonna do a little bit of a deeper dive with the Google camera on the Moto Razr Plus, hit on some updates, and wrap it up with using the webcam on the Moto Razr Plus. So if you're thinking about getting a folding phone, make sure to stick around and watch this video first just to see all the finer details that is not typically covered in other channels. Okay, now we'll jump straight into Instagram. I personally don't spend a lot of time on Instagram. I have the app on my phone, but just in general, I'm not always scrolling around the feed. But occasionally I do open it up just to see what people are doing. And I notice if you're using the phone and you're scrolling around and then you close up the phone, the app kind of refreshes. So on the outer display, you're not going to continue where you left off. Same thing if you are looking at a content on the outer display and you open it up, the app refreshes as well. I don't think that is a Moto Razr problem. I believe it's just the way Instagram is built. It's constantly refreshing using the algorithm what it thinks you want to see. So even on iPhones or any other devices, I mean, those phones, you're not opening and closing the phone, but just in general, it's always auto refreshing every 30 seconds or so, I believe. So no concerns there, but just something to be mindful of. If you're looking at a content and then you decide to close up your phone, you may or may not lose your position in what you were looking at earlier. And by default, it wasn't set to auto transition, just like any of the other apps. So even when you close it, you're not going to see anything. But once I set it to auto transition, it does transition. Oh shit. Just it refreshes during the transition. And Instagram in general, I don't really post a lot of photos. The process is kind of finicky in my opinion. I don't know, it seems like a lot of work, effort, and stress. I gotta figure out what's like the perfect photo to post on there. Hopefully people will like and comment. And all my photos are actually not on the device itself. I use Google Photos, and it takes a while to find because by default, it shows you all the pictures on your phone gallery. And then if you want to use Google Photos, you have to tap around a little bit just to find it. And once you do find it, my photos has over, 20,000 photos. So when you're scrolling through that, it becomes overwhelming and it's a lot of effort, which adds to the reason why I don't like to post pictures on Instagram. So too stressful, too many steps involved, and just in general, there's a lot of friction in just posting a photo on Instagram. So for me, I scroll around here and there, but I don't really use it in depth. And yesterday I made a video using the Google camera on the Moto Razr Plus. While I was recording, I don't know what the video quality is gonna look like, but once I went back and edited, I was actually shocked on how good the quality looked. Currently I'm using the same camera again. So it is actually a separate app. I just downloaded an APK. If you want to go on Google, just search GCam APK. Find some safe website to do it or don't do it at all. Anytime you install a random APK, there's always some risks, but I decided why not. For science, I did it anyways. So I'm technically using the Google software, their application on the Moto Razr Plus. Currently have two camera app. I got the Motorola camera app, which is the default native app, and I have the Google app. For some reason, the Google app, I can't take photos, which is slightly disappointing. But at the same time, I wasn't expecting everything to work 100% smooth due to the fact that this is a Motorola phone. I'm trying to use a Google specific camera app on it. So photos is out of the question for me, but video surprisingly looks really good. I'm currently using the Google camera app to record this video. And quality looks much sharper, more crisp and bright compared to the usual camera that I use for Motorola. It is fascinating, yet at the same time, it kind of makes sense because a lot of Google's camera enhancement is just around the software portion. They're not using better sensors than anyone else. They've just been optimizing the same sensors for many years, just tweaking the software. So software is the other half of the battle. So the Moto Razr Plus, it does have all the high specs and everything. And once you tune it with the Google software, the video will end up turning out to be pretty good. So it is quite a pleasant surprise for me there. And even when you connect your phone to the computer, the way they name the file, it actually says Pixel blah 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 blah. So the naming convention, it looks exactly the way that it would look if you were recording from a Pixel phone. So we got the Pixel name at the beginning, it has a date and time. Kind of interesting to see. And all these other files that are recorded using the Moto app, it will just say video at the beginning along with dates and some of the other information at the end. So that option is available if you guys want to play around with APK, and if you like to get better video quality, there's always different options out there. And then next, I checked the software update on this phone. This phone is updated as of June 29th, so roughly around the time since I got the phone. I guess at the rate that is going, I wouldn't expect an update until the end of this month, which is fine. It's nice to see that the update is relatively recent over the last few weeks. So that is a huge improvement over many years in the past where Android manufacturers barely update their phone at all, but now you're seeing regular security updates, software updates, little tweaks here and there. Even on the outer display when I'm recording video, I remember in my early days, I did not see a timer when I'm recording the video using the Moto camera app, but in the recent days, they did have a timer there so you actually know you're recording. Next on the list is the webcam function. I noticed when I plug my phone into a computer to transfer video files, there's an option for webcam. Decided to click on it and to see how it works, and it actually works pretty well. It can literally act as a webcam, which is really nice. So you don't have a webcam, you can just use your phone and connect that. I tried doing a test with Microsoft Teams here. It is a little bit finicky though. I find that it works best when the phone is folded up and then tilted towards me using the selfie camera, because when you use the main camera, I feel like once you turn the phone so you can place it down, that gesture ironically end up shutting out the main camera, and then the whole webcam app just turns off. So you have to reconnect it again. That part of it's a little weird. Other than that, I guess if you want to use the main camera, you gotta put on a tripod or something, but that defeats the purpose of the folding phone. You would think they would build on it a little bit more, like show the preview screen, just like in the normal video camera mode, but who knows? I don't think Motorola gave a lot of thought to it. They assume if people want to use a webcam, they're just gonna default to using the selfie camera. But the main camera is the better one, so I was trying to use that. But nonetheless, you can use your Motorola as a webcam. It is pretty cool, I guess. I personally already have a webcam, but who knows, when you're in a pinch, it may come in handy. For example, I have an Asus gaming laptop and it has all the high-end specs, but for some reason they just left out the webcam, thinking people are not going to use it. I mean, I never use it. One, because it doesn't exist. I have like an external web camera as well, so it works out. Okay guys, this wraps up day 18th in the life of the Moto Razr Plus. Overall, still a solid phone, learning new things every day, covering different topics. So if you have any questions about this particular phones or folding phones in general, if you're thinking about getting a folding phone, just to see what it's capable of, some of the cool features that it has, I pretty much covered a different topic over the last 18 days or so check out those other videos if you haven't already. Once again, let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to cover. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know below. And thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.